Who's first? Where is everybody? A lot of love.
This is the home version.
Through the static home version, that's right.
Let's see who
All right,
is
so
going
where
to
is
join
everybody?
us.
Well, I see nobody. Nobody. Where are you? Where are you? I don't see anybody.
Are people having dinner?
It's 7 o'clock.
You old people should be at home, you know. So there's no excuse for...
Did you say old people?
No, you old.
I think you said...
not old people. What's wrong with you? We have somebody in the house.
Hey, David! David, I think of you a lot because the last time we talked, it was right before this virus thing was the virus was just starting, right? So good to see yours too, David. And you were just talking about like wondering if work's gonna close, and you know that's pretty wild. So I think of you because everything is pretty much, I would assume it's closed. But then again, hey cousin
Holly.
Now, should I put this down further because our heads are in the comments?
No, that's... What do you mean?
Well, because look it. Like, my mouth's in the comments. I can't see my mouth. It looks like I have a mask on. Like, all you can see is my
but
eyes.
People will see us.
But won't they see the comments? Like, there?
I don't know.
Oh.
Why are you so concerned about...
Well, maybe...
I mean, you oh my God.
Maybe because it's, Cousin Holly knows. Maybe because it's distracting. Like, it looks like...
It's distracting because you can see your face, but I'm distracted because you cannot see the background of your panel. So I'm gonna...
Wait a minute, here.
So maybe that's better. And move it a little bit this way.
Which way?
This way. I'll move so that we can see your
Shift.
face.
We're shifting over.
Yeah, there you go.
You
This
know,
way.
like, when...
And then move the camera a little over.
Okay.
There you are. Hi, Steven. That's better.
This is what I deal with. Hey, Shauna, how are you?
Hi, everyone.
My God, have we missed everybody? We miss these names popping up. And Pamela, how are you? It's so good to see everybody and everyone's names popping up. And I'm giving like this huge virtual hug to everybody because the one thing that, I mean, there's so much to miss, right? Because our world has been, you know, shaken up. But this we definitely miss a lot, is that we don't get to interact with people and see people. And I register my reading several
Donna.
times. Oh, really, David? I love it. Del Vecchio's in the house.
Hi, Donna.
How are you, Donna? Hey, Penny. How are you also? Shauna, we miss you guys
We
too.
miss you
so
too.
much, really. Seriously. Guess what? This has never happened to me. Today, leave. We were going to go to Walmart and I had to stop in my office because I'm not there anymore because I can't have clients. And I went to like water the plants, and I said, all right, I'm just going to run upstairs and get shoes. And he stops me and says, what are you doing?
Oh my God. Now I know what you're talking
Trees.
about.
Carolyn, how are you? And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm going to go get shoes. And he's
I'm like, not like that, you're not.
I'm like, what's wrong? Yeah, I had 2 color socks on. Well, no, actually they were both white, but one was...
2 different pair of socks on. I'm like, what are you, knighting that you're now forgetting which sock you got on and you put a different sock on?
Pamela,
on
big
your
hugs
other
to you
foot?
too. I know, but I figured, you know, it's still really cold here, right? In New England, so I put Uggs on. You couldn't have seen my socks anyway.
Oh, yes, you could have. So I knew he had 2 different pairs. I told him, I said, we're
Well,
not
let's,
leaving until you put a regular pair of socks
which
on.
I did.
You did.
I did put a regular pair of socks on. So, but
You
God,
didn't go out Walmart. You would have
love
looked
you
like part
too,
of the crowd.
Annette. Love you guys so much. Hey, Christine. Thank you, Christine. So listen, how is everybody doing? We're so excited to get to do this tonight, and I get to do some readings. Even though I got to tell you, I am like off the charts with readings. Like, I think maybe because people are home. Bernie's in the house. Hey, Bernie.
Well,
hey,
remind people
Liz Hill's in the house too.
Honey,
What?
focus.
What?
Remind people what it is you're doing. That's why are you so busy doing
What am I
call?
doing? Oh, yeah, because I
See what happens? He says he sees somebody, he forgets, and he's just all
You're like, Dad,
hi.
hi, Dad.
Oh my God.
Because I, for this virus period of time, I was gonna say me too, Liz. Liz just said, "Hi guys, glad to see you're well." And
See what I mean?
I was gonna say me too. I mean, I'm assuming you're well too, Liz. That's what I meant, not
God,
me.
help me.
You.
Focus.
Hey Sheila.
Tell them what you're gonna say.
Hey Paula, how are you? Because I knocked all my prices 50%, not 10, 20%, 50%. So if this is the time, Liz, thank you so much. That was it's a banner that Elix surprised me with. When I get to do large venues, we'll be able to bring it. So I knocked everything down 50%. So if you want a reading, this is a time to get a reading because everything's knocked 50%. Even groups, because I do everything on Zoom, and I did a Zoom reading with 5 people. Was it 4 or 5 people?
You could do
6
groups.
people. I've done 10 people. Roberta's in the house.
But one of the reasons why, I mean, of course, everyone financially needs a little help, so we're doing everything we can to support all of you. But I think more than anything, this is a time where we're all struggling with the unknown, with the fear, the anxiety, and there's nothing better, more, settling to connect with your loved ones and let them tell you, that you shouldn't, that everyththing's going to be okay, and they'll tell you whatever it is that they need to tell you so
Lisa,
you feel better.
Exactly, and Kayla, and I do that daily. Jolie's in the house from
Jolie.
Puerto Rico.
Hey.
You know what? I do that daily with Spirit because daily I wake up in just a lot of anxiety of thinking, what the hell is going to happen? Like, when is this clearing up? And we've been thrown into a spin, but there's a couple of things before I start doing readings I got to tell everybody. This is the time too, not only to me or anybody else, and preferably me because I'm really the best, right? Right? Say yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
No, seriously, to get readings, to check in with your loved ones, whether it's me or anybody else, it doesn't matter. But if you are also, without even going to a medium, if you want to check in and connect with your loved ones, I'm telling you, everybody, hey, Catherine, this is the time to do it because this energy is unlike any energy
huge
that we've ever felt, right? And there's so many amazing people, whether mediums, psychics, maybe people that are under the spirit umbrella, like that do yoga, any kind of that umbrella that do classes, and then they actually have the class, which I put in my video, Send Out Energy. You can pick up that energy. You can start connecting with your loved ones without going to a medium. They're there anyway, right? They're there all the time. You just got to figure it out. Now it's simpler because that energy makes the veil a little bit thinner, so which is good.
And you and I are doing that. We're meditating together. He's doing guided meditations. And, we do it in a way so that he can connect with spirit and I can connect with my loved ones so that I can also get the reassurance that everything's going to be okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Newbie, we should have like music playing. Sue Cabral Ruggieri, first time in the house. Yay!
Hi, Sue. Where are you from, Sue?
Yeah, Sue, where are you calling? Where are you calling from? I'm all messed up today.
The lines are not open yet. They will be open.
No, I'm gonna actually do sort of try to replicate through the static the radio station that we do. So Pamela, I love that. I love everyone else welcoming. So make sure though that if you are interested in just connecting with your loved ones by yourself, this is a perfect time because the energy is just so crazy. So thank you, Pam. Sue, where are you local?
And Deb, you're welcome. You could move in anytime.
Hey, yeah, exactly. We'll quarantine you for 14 days, but he'll bring you food. I'll give you entertainment. I'll bring Spirit through. What better?
I've been cooking and baking every day.
Yeah, I'm like 100 pounds heavier than I was. Groton, Connecticut, Sue.
Well,
we love that.
We love it.
We love that. Oh, on our way down to New York. Right?
That's right.
It's not too far, Groton, Connecticut. So, but let me just packing up now. That's funny. Bernie, you're in Florida. Wow. Look, listen. Tom Sacco's in the
Tom.
house. Tommy's.
Tom,
you're
we
local.
miss you.
If you're local, you've got to go to his restaurants in Cranston and Providence. You have to.
We miss you, boy. Oh,
Shauna, we have two spare bedrooms, and actually my office can be a third. So we have another person.
We got plenty of room.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. But hey, Jody. Hey, thank you, Jody. But listen, just between us, how's everyone's hair doing? I mean, this is crazy,
Mine's
right?
doing fabulous.
I have buzzed my hair. I'm gonna have to have 2 appointments when Piero, the stylist who's incredible that cuts my hair, when he cuts my hair, whenever that's gonna be, I'm gonna need 2 appointments because if I went outside during the day and fell asleep, there's no question that I would have like a family of birds in my head living. They'd build a nest. The nest is there. It's all set.
It's like a candy apple. It's because it's big.
You say now he's saying I have a big head.
Well, no, your hair gets so big, it would be like a candy apple, like the Seinfeld episode.
See how mean he is? Liz, that's funny that she just used Shauna, oh my God, when we saw that, that's unbelievable. But the most important thing is that you are healthy. That's all that matters. And I think it's your son also that you take care of, right?
Yeah.
That's also okay. I look like a skunk. Nice. Lisa. Lisa can always bring a laugh. So you make the best of it. Enjoy. You know what, Bernie? That's exactly it. Our hair is the least of our issues right now. But I love bringing stuff up that make people laugh. And this time should be just to not think about anything, not think about what's going on. Just listen to us for a little bit and then let me do readings and just have a good time.
So how come it takes you like 2 hours to do your hair if it's the least of your issues now?
Well, I still want to look good.
Because,
right?
normally it takes about an hour. Now, because of the, additional hair, at least 2 hours. On the hair alone.
See, this is why we haven't done Through the Static sooner. It's just been me, so, right? But listen, quickly, you want a really good hair story? When I was a senior in high school, I don't think I've ever told this story. When I was a senior in high school, and I know all of you, or at least a good portion of you guys, are going to say, I did it too. I used Sun-In, right? Like
What's
brunettes. I think it's still around. Sun-In was, it's like it lightens your hair. You spray it in your hair, and then you go sit in the sun, right? I'm waiting to see someone that's used Sun-In. Come on, you have to. 88% are no longer blonde.
True.
So listen, I used Sun-In, and 2 of us did, me and my friend, and I went into the house, took a shower, and my hair was orange. Like dark-haired people cannot use Sun-In. We're thinking we want blonde, right? David, high five. I knew it, David, right? So my hair's orange. So that propelled me to start changing different colors. I was blonde. This is senior in high school. See, I was blonde. I was a redhead. I was dark haired. I just was playing around, right? I did my hair turn red. Susan, exactly. Mine did too, right? So listen, the end of senior year is coming. It's like April, and I need one more haircut to get all the color out, and my normal hair my brown hair is back, right? The woman that used to live next door to me used to cut my hair, and I kept making appointments, and something happened, and she was busy. She couldn't do my hair. So one night I was across the street with all my friends. It was like a family of 6. So they were like, when I went over there, it was like a party, and it was one family. And we were just hanging around, and the older sister was in from college. And I said to her, do you know how to cut hair? And she said, yeah, I've cut hair before. And I'm like, can you cut my hair? So she did. That was a big, big mistake. I can't even begin to tell you what my hair looked like. There was parts that were hanging this long. This was short. The front, like it looked like draperies, like drapes that were just all different, all different levels and all different. One part was thinner, one part was thicker. It was so bad. Senior year, right? And it's April, and I go home and sneak into bed. My mother doesn't know. The next morning, I call the woman next door, and I said, you've got to help me. This is an emergency. this person cut my hair. So she swore at me and said, come right over. So I walked in and the F-bombs just went off when she started looking at my hair. What the F did you do? Why would you let someone do this? So she fixes my hair and I now have a crew cut because that's the only way to fix it, which I've never really been a person that has really short hair. Is this story long? But it's a really good story. So, and it takes your mind off what's going on, right? So I get home finally, and my mother sees me. She comes from work. She sees me. I call my best friend, Paul, who you probably heard me talk about. We're still best friends. He comes over. No, Stephen, it's not that bad. It was bad, right? So my mother comes home. My mother starts screaming, crying, you're here, you've got beautiful hair. Then she tells me tomorrow she's bringing me to my aunt's, who's a hairdresser, and they're going to get me a wig. They're going to buy me a wig to wear. I'm in high school in the senior year with the crew cut, and my mother's going to get me a wig. Swear to God, this is a true story. I was so frantic, and I was so mad, and I was in tears. I ran out of the house, and I went across the street to where it started. The college, my friend's sister, who was in college, cut my hair. So I snuck upstairs to the bedroom, and I went under the bed and slept under the bed. So now, 2 o'clock in the morning, we hear the mother come upstairs, and she goes to the oldest daughter, who's the one that cut my hair, in her bedroom. Now, I'm not in that bedroom. I'm in another bedroom underneath the bed. And she, Lynn, because that's her name is Lynn, do you know where Stephen is? And Lynn was like, no. And she said, Claire's on the phone. That's my mother. He's not home. He didn't come home. And this is like 2 o'clock in the morning. So no one knew where I was. I stayed under the bed because there's no way in hell I was going home because I was going to get a wig. And that's not happening, right? So I ended up skipping that whole week of school. And it happened to be exam week. Did not go at all. And ultimately, I flunked all those exams. I think I got like D's and F's for that quarter. Thankfully, I had a lot of good grades because, I did very well academically, and that's it. That's my story.
And a few years later, he became an attorney. And now...
Oh, wait a minute, but my mother called the police. She called the cops because, I don't know, maybe like a 10-minute walk. I grew up in Providence. A 10-minute walk, there's a place called Pleasant Valley Parkway, and there's like a little stream that goes through it. Now, this stream, the water is this high. It's like 3 inches. My mother called the police and said that she thinks that I went to Pleasant Valley Parkway and I drowned. Yeah, I mean, my mother
was just a little dramatic. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, by the way. So
I skipped the whole week, and one day I went to my friend's house, Susan McDermott, who is a friend of mine on Facebook, and I slept in her hallway because I knew they lived in a tenement house, so I knew that I could go between second and third floor because April was still cold out, and I couldn't spend the whole time out, in the cold. Another day, I went to what WJAR used to be downtown before all of it moved, and I went into the studios. I slept there. It was. All right, I just needed to get that off my... It's a hair story, right? And we're talking about hair.
And by the way, Lisa, there are pictures, plenty of pictures. He's got pictures. Every picture is a different hairstyle, a different hair color. So you want pictures, go into his Facebook and you'll...
No, I just found a picture of... I don't even know how old I was. I don't even think I was in maybe freshman year of high school, I think. And me and my best friend, David, who is no longer here, the two of us snuck into WJAR, and we used to do this on a weekly basis. And I have a picture of me and him in front of the weather map, and we used to cause havoc. One day I found a secret back door to actually get into WJAR, and that's what happened. So now Lisa... who's on, and I hope she's still on.
She's right there.
Studenti.
She should be there.
Yeah.
I think I saw her.
She knows who I'm talking about because we grew up all together with Becky. So
Lisa, what was your question? Repeat it again. And by the way, somebody, I think it was Pam, who said that he's worth keeping, and absolutely. I mean, as you guys know. 2 days ago, we just celebrated 27 years anniversary. So, I'm going straight to heaven. because
That is true.
After 27 years of this, I deserve a medal of honor. So yes, he's worth keeping for sure.
Well, I thank you. Whoever said that, thank you. It's probably a lie, but thank you. So, but I hope everybody is doing well. That's my hair story. Does the carpet mat? Oh my God, Lisa. I don't even know how to answer that. Lisa, you're dirty. Bad girl, Lisa. David, thank you. Happy
But the
anniversary.
answer should be always yes. He has to.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, David. Thank you,
Shona.
everyone.
Yes.
So how are we gonna do this? How are you gonna
Lisa.
ask people if you want a reading?
Yes.
Put your number on the comment section, and
Or you can also thanks to
I think it's easier if they just put a comment and we'll randomly
Liz.
pick
I'm
numbers.
blushing for you. I just did too, Liz. That just tossed me. Thank you guys for everybody for saying that. I cannot believe that 27 years has gone by. It just doesn't make any sense how fast this went by. So, especially celebrating 27 years in this kind of situation. So I almost, you know what? I told Elix I may bring my cards, and maybe like kind of change it up a little bit with cards. The problem is, I said to Elix that I could do cards, but I could pull a card and not even know what the hell it means because I'm just, people are amazing with cards. And I know a lot of people like Marty, who is a medium. You should check her out too. Marty the medium. She uses cards and it's incredible what she gets from them. Reading people, reading animals. She's amazing. But because I never really use cards, I have to sort of I have to look at it and figure it out through spirit. So why not just do mediumship, right? So, well, Crystal, give me your number and we'll see who's reaching out to you. And I was going to say, if you don't want to give your number here, you can also just private message me because I think I can probably write the nombre too, please.
I'm not gonna have. It's gonna be like the radio show, because I don't right now. It's going too fast.
No, but that's okay. Nombre, Eliz. Let me just open this now, so and see if I can get here, just in case. Maybe some people are shy. I know the help. Lisa's not shy. She'll give her number. She'll give her bra size. If she asked me that question, she'll give anything to you. Go check out Lisa. She sounds like she's going to be a good time. I don't mean like a good time. I just mean like a fun time, Lisa, right? So I did just open up Facebook. So in case people, well, I guess,
we have a lot, but I can't keep up, to be honest with you.
That's okay.
You're gonna have to figure it out.
All right. So you know what?
For me to see.
All right. So
But this was the first person.
see, I'm gonna just go here. Let's do this. Just open your phone. Get ready for me to call. I'm really excited about this too. I haven't done this in a while. It's just like the radio station. Heidi, I'm sorry about that. So let me see. And I promise I'll try to get through these quickly so that I can get to more people. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Let me see.
Well, we should be able to. Yes.
Hello?
Hello, is this Jen?
Hi, yes it is.
Hey Jen, how are you? It's Steven.
Oh my god, good, how are you?
Good, and you're with Elix also. So this is so exciting that, thank you for giving me your number. And it's a number that, one of the numbers Elix just wrote down first. So I wanted to get to you, Jen. So
Oh my god, that's so amazing, thank you.
So no, not at all. So let me just see where we're going, Jen, with you. I have to focus for a second because there's so many people here with loved ones. So okay, so Jen, Wow, there's a lot of people here for you. I never paused this long to do a reading, but it's crazy. All right, so Jen, let me ask you, let me start with this before I tell you who's coming through. There's a couple of things. First, there's a birthday or an anniversary that's really close. Something connected to you. You or like a child, a sister, a brother. Do you know what that is?
No, my brother's birthday is in August.
No. When I get flowers, Jen, this is like 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward. So it could also be like an anniversary of crossing, like an anniversary of death too, or a birthday and an anniversary. Where's Florida come in?
Florida.
Why do I keep seeing dolphins? And usually when I see dolphins, I'm getting pulled to down south. Did someone go to
I was supposed to go to Florida in a couple of weeks. I had to cancel.
Jen, that would be it. So it's a way to start off that your loved ones are letting you know that they know that. There's a huge mother energy here, Jen, for you. Like big, very, very big. Your mother's here, right? Living?
Yeah, my mother's alive.
Yeah, I mean, when I ask and I don't hear anything in spirit, then I know that they're living. So it's going to be either like a mother-in-law or a grandmother who steps forward because she's got a very... Oh, wait a minute, Jen. You got a great-grandmother. Do you have a grandmother who's still living?
I do not, no.
Okay, so you've got a great-grandmother and a grandmother stepping forward that just... Where's the teacher come in, Jen?
I don't know.
Oh, she says you do, Jen. so there's either someone that used to be a teacher or someone who's crossed that was a teacher. So just keep it in Mike, Mark. Who's the M? Who's the M? Mary, Mike, Mark. I keep hearing for you.
Oh, Marianne.
Who's Marianne?
She's my friend who passed a couple of months ago.
Oh my God, wow, Jen. So I'm sorry about Marianne, but there's no way, Marianne just said there's no way that she would not have come through. So she's sort of bumping even family members to let you know that she's here. That, were you really close?
Yeah, she's my best friend.
Oh, I didn't know if you just said that or not, but she just stepped forward, just giving me my symbol for just being very, very close to you and always with you, and just keeps telling me about laughing. You know what? Where do the gnomes come in? What?
Oh my God, we were a long time ago. We always talked about how funny it would be to steal garden gnomes out of people's yards, and it was just always something. We were very, very silly.
Oh, listen, Jen, she just said to me about, Stephen, you don't know how much we laughed together. You don't understand. And then she said, just talk about the gnomes, she'll get it. So it's just a wonderful way to let you know that she's here. And who's also the Anne, the A name? It feels like it's connected to her or connected to your circle. Was there another friend that was like an Angela or Anne or, oh, no. Jen, who's got the middle name Anne? There's a middle name. She just put two names in between and put the A. It feels like it's Anna or something with the A-N name. So I think it's her. Is her mother still here, Jen?
I know. I think her mother crossed. I think both her parents passed away in a car accident.
Wow, there's also a mother figure that she was referencing, but here though, not in spirit. So, so she must have known your mother.
No, she actually never met my mother.
Wow, that's interesting. So she just keeps referencing a mother figure that's here. Maybe it's like an auntie or something. I don't know. But it's making sure you know. And what did you say her name was?
Marianne.
Marianne just said 17 also. There's a 17 connection somewhere. Sometimes, Jen, it can be like January 7th or July 1st.
I bet you that's the day she passed.
Which one?
Marianne. because she just passed this January.
Oh, so check it out, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's January 7th or something happened like the service or something on January 7th. She just wants to give that as a validation. Does she have an illness like cancer?
No, not that I know of. No.
All right, so then who then, Jen, is stepping forward that is telling me that they battled cancer? They got better, and then the cancer came back, then they got better, and then the cancer came back. Connected to you.
That would be my grandmother had it, but my uncle also had it.
So I think it's probably in Bill. Who's the B?
Ooh, I don't know.
So just keep it with you, Jen. I put, this is Facebook Live, so it's on Facebook, and I also put it on my YouTube just in case you want to go back and listen to it, because they're screaming at me. Your grandmother just said, how is she not getting the teacher? Your grandmother's very funny. But there's a teacher reference. The teacher also could be in reference to Marianne. Maybe somebody connected to her was, because there's kids around me, Jen. There's somebody that they're giving a reference to as a teacher. So make sure you keep it with you. Your grandmother, the one that you referenced with the cancer, is stepping. Is that mom's mom is stepping forward? Did you say?
Yes.
And that's her.
Yes.
So just to let you know that. All right. Wait a minute. Why?
The B for Blanche. That's her name.
Jen, are you drinking?
No.
I'm kidding. Exactly, yeah, so there it is. So just know it's grandma that's giving me the name. I gotta be honest, I would have never got Blanche. That name is just, I love the name, but it's like an older name that I never hear, so I probably would have never got Blanche. So she just gave me...
Yeah, it didn't occur to me until now.
Yeah, she just gave me the... Well, that's why, Jen, I just said to make sure you go to YouTube or listen, because that's what happens is, sometimes you can't think of it. But what's the father separation? Why am I hearing the father is separated? Like, are they talking about your dad? Your dad is here?
Yeah, my dad got remarried.
Oh, okay. So there's the separation. But did where's the brother come in, Jen?
My brother?
Did you have a brother?
I do have a brother.
Oh, that would be where he comes in. So they just your grandmother's just giving a reference to your. So wait a minute. Your grandmother just said there's two. So are there just two of you or two more of you? Like there's
No, it's just me and my brother.
Okay, two. So this is what grandma gives me two. And I wasn't sure if she meant, you plus two or there's just two of you. Jen, where is the separation? It's not about a divorce. It's about someone not talking to somebody.
My brother right now is not talking to my father.
Yeah, so just know it's a way, this is not about giving secrets out. It's just a way to everything that comes out of my mouth from your loved ones, or just giving a validation to say, we're watching, we're with you, and we're trying to make it better. Because they also just said that it bothers you as part of the family, as the sister too. So there's a heart issue also, Jen. Heart, because it almost makes me feel like someone has like an arrhythmia, like a jumping of a heart, or nothing that really makes me feel like very serious, but something with the heart, almost like someone had a heart condition when they were younger, but it just kind of resolved itself, or someone has heart palpitations. Nothing that you can think of.
Yeah, I've been having heart palpitations lately.
Wow. So just make sure Jen, it's a way that Marianne is squeezing you so hard right now to hug you. It's crazy. And she also keeps bringing me to like pumpkins in October.
Yes, every year we used to carve pumpkins.
Oh, wow. She's a pumpkin in front of me in my dining room, and she lifted it up and said, you got to talk about the pumpkins. I'm like, oh, she knows, she gets it. If you didn't, which of course you did, but if you didn't have this major guardian angel, Jen, now you do. Marianne is, she just showed me her wings behind her. And I don't really see that a lot from someone who crosses over, especially when it was this quick, because it's only been a couple of months, you said, right? In January.
Yes.
That just means that she was something very special here in the physical world, meaning that when her soul came here, your loved ones keep saying that they brought you two together. You're stopping yourself from something. You're preventing yourself from I just heard your grandmother say, please tell my granddaughter to lift the walls, lift the fear, lift it. There's something, I don't know if you've been thinking about doing something, but all I can tell you is that I keep walking into walls, which is my symbol for someone. They're bringing me to the psychic level, Jen. So to what's going on now in your life, and just keep that with you. If it doesn't make sense, they just, because your loved ones just keep telling me that and it's not just, she's so smart, but she's holding herself back. That doesn't mean you don't have a great life, maybe even a great job, but there's something in addition. So does that make any sense?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So you got to make sure that you really grab your soul and keep your soul with you, and really, once you do that, then the confidence starts building, and you've got a lot of gifts to give. Who writes something, Jen?
I write poetry.
Oh, wow. Well, all of your loved ones are coming through just to give validations. How wild is that? As well as Marianne just said, but I'm like the MC here. She's MCing the whole thing.
She is.
She is. She's got like a microphone and she's MCing like, oh, you want to come in and talk to my best friend? Come on in. So that's what that's what she's doing. So she just wants to make sure and she just said to me, Stephen, if you've ever seen the poetry, it's not, again, because it's my best friend, that poetry is beautiful. It's so beautiful. But that your best friend Marianne just said to me, but that poetry, that should be out. It should be so much more exposed because it's beautiful. And my dear friend stops almost like, is it good enough? Is it? I mean, make sure you know that you've got like this band of supporters, Jen. Like I can hear like drums playing, which reminds me, where's the music come in?
I'm heavily into music. I actually collect vinyl records, and I have a drum set.
Oh my God, I heard the drum set. So know that Marianne's playing them. When you're not even playing them, she's playing them. But they're just doing like that music to say, like we're so behind this gal, and you've got so much to give. It's incredible, Jen. So I'm going to leave you with that, but thank you for letting me do this because it was really an honor to bring through your loved ones.
Thank you so much, Steve. I really appreciate it.
All right, Jen, you have a great night.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You know, looking at the phone, trying to look at Elix and looking at Facebook Live and being as animated as I am, because as you can tell, when I get validations, I almost come through the chair because I get really excited because, that's what Spirit does. So let's see. Rachel, how are you, Rachel? Jane, where have you been? You're late. Heidi, thank you. I don't know if you can hear. We're not going to have a bedroom door when we go upstairs. Rick Borelli is in the house because one of the dogs is scratching at it. Can you hear him? Did you put the dogs in the bedroom?
The door is open, so maybe the door closed. Maybe I should.
Oh yeah. Well, but come back.
Yeah.
One of the dogs is going to go right through. Lisa, wow, Jen, so happy for you. I can't even tell you how happy that makes me feel. Dave Riccitelli, thank you. How happy that makes me feel when I see people that are in with like friends and they're like, it's just so wild to say, just so happy for a friend of yours. So I'm good. So Elix, between you and me, now that the Puerto Rican went upstairs, he wrote down these numbers. I have no idea the names. I have no idea. So I just made calls like, hey, who are you? I have absolutely no idea. So I'm clearly, I don't see any other Denise. Even if that's not for me, I'm going to take it for me. And I love you, Denise. All right. So thank you. Sue Wright. Oh, I miss you so much. Elix and I talk about you all the time. About can't wait to get to see you. So I'm just going to do this. I have no idea who I'm calling, so What'd you say, mystery dial? That's funny. So one. All right. Someone's phone's ringing. I don't know who it is.
Hello,
Hello, who is this?
Brenda.
Brenda, how are I was going to say, is this Michael? I'm kidding, Brenda. Brenda, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too, so I'm so glad I get to speak to you. And I'm just writing your name. I called you, so this is good. So let me tune in, Brenda, to you. I have to raise the bar, right? Because Jen's reading was amazing. So Brenda. Okay, so here we go. Oh my God, what are they Brenda, you're connected.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I mean, I just tuned in to your loved ones, and then they pulled me into you, like into your I could feel your brain, your essence. And when I was there for a second, I could not believe how many spirit are around you, but so much of that is that you connect with that. So that's wild. So I'm glad that you know that. And do you use cards, Brenda?
No.
All right. So if you don't use, why am I seeing cards? Was somebody?
Because my sister does.
Oh, I was just gonna say I can't get off the cards because I can see them going plopping down on the table. So, between you and me, your sister's connected, but you're more connected, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Like really, really connected, even though your sister's also very connected. So, and it comes from, there's a grandmother who steps forward and just tells me that it comes from, all of these connections are 99.9% family, right? That it's blood, it's kind of handed down. Some people know it, some people don't know it, but your grandmother's just giving it as a reference. What are they saying? Why do I hear Brenda French? Is someone French?
Yes.
Is that you?
I have French, but my great-grandmother was French.
Oh my God, I love that your great-grandmother is stepping forward to let you know, and how she characterizes herself is French. How funny is that? I almost said France, but I just heard French. So it's usually people that are very connected get great-grandparents that come through. So it's also a way that that grandmother, and I'll just say the French grandmother, is just letting you know that she keeps doing like her hands on her chest and pointing it to you and your sister, meaning that you get a lot of what your connections from her. So just make sure you keep that with you. She just said to me that did somebody do or think about doing like an Ancestry.com or a DNA?
Oh my gosh.
Oh
yes.
my gosh. Why?
My mom, unfortunately, has Alzheimer's. And we don't know a lot about her side of the family.
Right.
So we were going to have her do the test.
Wow.
We're buying her a kit right now.
Oh my God. Wow. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's beautiful because it's just letting you know that. Let's just start with French grandmother. She keeps laughing every time I call her French grandmother, but she's like, of course I'm watching, and in each side, it doesn't matter whether your grandparents from dad's side, mom's side, it doesn't matter. They'll just validate each side of the family. Do you have a tattoo?
No.
Why do they keep talking about the flower, the rose or the flower?
My mother's middle name is Rose.
Oh my God. Wow. So wow, so you're talking about mom, and then they just want to make sure you know that it's actually them talking about her, so they give me her middle name. That's pretty crazy.
It is crazy. The ancestry thing is totally crazy. You got that. It's
really just me giving the messages from your loved ones, Brenda, really. There's also, now, I don't know because I've never seen this before. Was there a big drinker?
Yes.
Because I just saw a bottle of wine, and then next to it was another bottle of wine, and it just kept going down the table. I'm like, someone's having a good time. Where does the dad figure come in?
He was a drinker.
Oh, so your dad is crossed?
Yes.
Wow. So know that it's just you know, and I tell people when I do formal readings, Brenda, that I always get Spirit gives me random things. It's not something that you may think your father would start off with, but it's just a way to let you know that it really is him and something that it connects with. You know, your father also, Brenda, puts his hand on pats himself on his chest, which is always like taking responsibility and taking accountability of almost feeling like not being present. And I don't know if that's emotionally or physically, but he just who's got the two? I mean, I know, is it just you and wait, who's got the two kids?
So he had two. I have a half brother and half sister. So,
Okay. So,
he had two other children.
oh, so there it is. So it's just making sure you know it's him, and he's just giving that as a validation. Someone Brenda took their life. Someone connected.
Yeah.
Because they,
Well, he had stopped drinking and then he started drinking again, and that's kind of what took him. So in an indirect way, I guess he did.
no, this is not that. This is different.
Okay.
This is different. This is a guy who took his life that he keeps yelling Brenda.
I have a friend who recently took his life.
Yeah, so know, Brenda, that he's just stepping forward to let you know that he's here. And he just keeps, as he steps forward, he just keeps saying to me that you're talking to a great gal. She's so cool and so great. He just said to me that, you know, Brenda's the type of woman that when you have a problem or an issue, you want to talk to because she's very comforting. It's just a really great. Oh, now I get why you're very comforting, because you and your sister are healers. Because your grandmother, someone just stepped forward and said the friend that took his life stepped forward and said, yeah, well, that's the reason why I'm saying this, to connect to both of them, because they show me your hands and your sister's hands, and they're all green, and that means you're healers.
Raphael.
Yeah. What did you say?
Raphael. Archangel Raphael.
It's wild, right? I mean, it's just giving it as a validation. Everybody in spirit just talks about your mom and says, Brenda, make sure you get this, that's one of, to me anyway, I mean, there's a lot of bad diseases, but I think dementia, Alzheimer's, vascular dementia, all of that, I think is one of the worst, to watch your loved one just disappear. It's horrible. It's unless you go through it, it's very difficult to understand. The positive, Brenda, is that I keep hearing everyone say, tell Brenda not to be sad, because a good portion of the time, mom is with us. And that's the one disease that they can go back and forth. So it's a positive.
It's funny that you say that, because I keep saying that to my sister. I feel like she's half here and half there.
Wow. And not a surprise, you connect. So not a big surprise, Brenda, that you get that, you pick that up, and, you know, Spirit just wants to validate that for you. So listen, I'm going to leave that with you, and lots of love, Brenda, and good luck with Mama, and thank you for letting me call you.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
That really is such a bad, right? Disease. I mean, I know there's a lot of bad diseases. Cancer's a bad disease, but Alzheimer's is just really horrible. Just to watch someone just be taken away, and it's like you mourn more than once. You know, it's not just when the person passes, like some diseases, but you're mourning before that. And mourn, I mean MOURN. Maybe it's my accent. Sometimes I think people don't even know what I'm saying. Morning. Not like daytime mourn, right? It is. It's hotter on it's hotter on everybody. So, Dave, you're funny. Dave just said I'm on fire. It's good. Not literally, Dave, but even though that's whole nother story. I was once on fire, but I did my hair story at the beginning, so I'll save the fire story for some time else. So, super great message for Brenda. Amy, thank you. I love that. So, Mira, Mari's in the house.
Hi, Mari.
So let me call like somebody. You know, I just said when you went upstairs that I'm calling people. I don't even know who I'm calling.
Just like the radio show.
Who's ever next? Well, at least, well, that's true though. I don't know, and I say, who is this, right? Crystal, thank you. Crystal, maybe you're a Rhode Islander. That's why. Crystal's telling me my accent is fine. So,
Sure.
So, and what accent, right? Mari, hola. Okay, so let me do this. I asked people when we first came on to do readings to give me their numbers so that I could call. And by the way, too, just a caveat, if you give me a number and like tonight I can't sleep, I just may call you just to say, hey, what's going on? Just kidding. I have no idea who's this. Who's this? I have no idea. None. I'm busting here. I have no
Oh my God, Stephen, you did call me.
Who is this?
This is Pam.
Pam, how are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm good too. I'm really excited about this too. And you know, as I mentioned, Elix wrote the numbers, and I have no idea who I'm calling. So, okay, so let's get into this. Pam, I already hear people in spirit. Pamela. So Pam, okay, we're all right. So let me tell you before I even tell you who's stepping forward. And I'm trying to figure out what they're giving me, Pam. Let me ask you something. Is there a junior connected to you?
A junior? No.
Like not like a significant other or anybody who's named after somebody? Like usually when I get this, but this one.
Okay, yes. My middle name's Spencer is a family name of my mom's.
Oh, there it is.
Family.
Oh my God, Pam. I was just about to say to you, this is not the normal way I get a junior, because they give me a way so I know when obviously it's usually a guy, it's a boy that's a junior or a third. But the way they were giving this to me was very weird, but I knew there was a namesake after it. So, wow, they're starting with Miss Spencer here. And that was your mom's name?
That was my mother's mother. So my grandmother, actually my great-grandmother's last name was Spencer from England, Nana Penna. And then my grandmother, my mother, myself, and my daughter, all our middle names are Spencer.
Oh my God. That is so, well, first of all, it's so cool, Pam. But
It is kind of cool.
It is.
But I like it now.
Well, I was going to say that name is so cool, but the fact that all of you have that middle name, and how wild is that? That's where they start with this reading, is that namesake. So
I know, definitely.
It really is wild. So now, Pam, father figure. Where does the father come in? The father figure or father energy. Is this father or is this grandfather?
It would be grandfather.
So dad's still here. You don't have a father-in-law?
I do have a father-in-law.
No,
but he's crossed.
That's why I was asking. Well, the reason why I said that is because when I was just about to go forward with the grandfather, and now there's two grandfathers here, by the way.
Yeah.
But he stopped me and said, no, I'm not that generation. I'm like the father generation. So know that your father-in-law is here and stepping forward. So just giving you that as a validation. He just, okay, wait a minute. Why does he give me distance? Has he been gone for a while?
He has been gone for a while. It's been since 2005.
Okay, yeah, so that's a long time for me.
Yeah.
So he just wants to give that as a validation. He said, my daughter-in-law would not have expected that I would be the first to step forward.
He's right.
Yeah, I mean, but I gotta tell you, he loves you. But oh my God, your his son. Is this still husband?
Yes.
Oh my God, your father-in-law just said to me that he was just gonna like break down walls to come through to give you validations, but more so just to give his son a validation.
And he's sitting right here holding my hand.
Your husband is sitting right next to you holding your hand?
Yep.
Oh my God. Oh, wow. All I can say is wow. Is your mother-in-law here?
She's passed. She's with his dad.
So Okay, so let me just tell you something. That was your husband close to his mom?
Oh my gosh, all three of them were so close.
Well, the reason why I asked that, Kim, is that the only time I screw up and think that when I just said to you, your mother-in-law's here, right? The only time that happens is if when that bond in the physical world was so strong that when they cross, it still makes me feel like they're here because that bond is not broken. I mean, that love. Oh my God! I mean.
Yeah, and we still talk about them like it was yesterday.
Yeah, that's why they're your father-in-law just said to me, Pam, I'm sorry for just pushing your stuff to the side, but we need to come through for our son.
Awesome. We were just talking about funny stories about him tonight.
I love that. Because I know you said funny stories about him, but I mean, I don't know how else to say, but he's a hot shit. Your father is funny. I mean, he's sort of playing with me in spirit. Just pretty much like joking with me, like you can't hear me. Yeah, you don't know. You can't hear me. He's very, very funny. It's in what's July?
Oh, July.
What?
Yeah, July 3rd was their anniversary.
Yeah, so just know that it's just a way to give that as a validation. Let me ask you something. Was there in any of, I don't know where your father-in-law is going with this, and I'm so glad that his son, what is his son's name?
Steven.
Yeah, and I bet you he's handsome too, right?
Of course he is.
Stevens
are handsome.
Pam, you may get a double reading. I don't know. Keep that up. Your father-in-law keeps talking about the fruit trees.
Yes, he had apple trees in his yard, and we'd all go pick the apples. And he and I loved the no. What's the apples that Dad grew that I loved? He'd go, get out of my apples. the Macallan apples.
I love this. I love that he just wants to give, your father-in-law, because the two of you are listening, he just wants to give these again, he puts his hand on his heart, these heartfelt memories, and both of them, your father-in-law and mother-in-law, everything to them, nothing mattered except family. Their children, their family. That's all that mattered. And that's all.
Stephen, I'm totally getting chills validation.
Yeah, I mean, they just keep telling me. They both stand in front of me, and they just keep staring. And you said Stephen has two siblings too?
Yep.
So there's three of them. And just keeps, there's going to be a girl, right?
Yes.
Because I see long hair. So, and who's Diane or Don or David?
Danielle.
Who's Danielle?
Her granddaughter.
Oh, wow. So it's just a way that your Stephen's parents are giving a big shout out to, they say one. Is she the first?
She was she was the first grandchild, yes.
Yeah, so it's just giving that also as a validation. Your father-in-law just, and I'm only doing it to decipher that it's your in-laws. Your father-in-law and mother-in-law just sort of said to me, we don't ever refer to Pam as a daughter-in-law, because just daughter. She's family. And they tell me that Stephen's father just said to me how proud he is of who Stephen is, and who Stephen became as a man, as just this stand-up man, husband. I can't probably even express how much. Well, let me put it this way. Your father-in-law Stephen's dad just said to me that he was a great dad, but he said, something, Stephen, my Stephen raised the bar even on that, with everything, just everything. So just giving that as a really wonderful validation. Where's the connection down south to like Georgia, Florida?
Yep, Florida. That's where Steve's sister lives.
Oh,
and the granddaughter. Yep.
Oh, okay. So just giving, and then there's another boy.
Yep, there's another boy. That's Brandon, and that's their grandson.
Wow. So just making sure you know that they're giving. I was gonna say just letting you know they're around, but my God, they're watching everything. Who's the swimmer? Well, why?
Who's the swimmer? That would be their great-granddaughter, Faith. I just saw pictures on Facebook of her swimming by herself next to the boat now. She swims on her own.
Oh my God, that's what they're validating.
Yeah.
Your in-laws, Stephen's parents. Your father-in-law just said to me, "This the one perk about this." And tell my son and daughter, you two, that I get to see everything 24/7. I get to see everything. So
Yeah, they're amazing.
it is amazing. But your father-in-law talks about the ring. This ring he keeps talking about. Either did someone Pam change a piece of jewelry?
Yes. Cheryl, her daughter, changed her ring.
Wait a minute. So this is Stephen's sister?
Stephen's sister inherited his mom's ring,
Right.
and she had it reset.
Wow. So that's what they're talking about, just giving us a validation. And the dog. There's the dog in here in spirit. There's a dog running back and forth. So I don't know.
That's Wendy.
Yeah,
Is it a black lab?
God, Pam's pushy, isn't she? The one that
Or black lab?
wait a minute, the one that came through, I haven't even gotten to the bigger ones. Is not that big. I mean, he's not tiny, but he's like a medium-sized dog, and he keeps running back and forth. Did you or Stephen, when you were kids, did you grow up with dogs?
Yeah, we both did. I had one. His name was Bingo.
Okay, so don't tell me their names because they're coming through.
Okay.
There's a C or K name or a breed. There's a C or K. The dog just gave me a C or K either name like Cookie or like Kibbles or the breed like a Cairn Terrier. But there's a C or K somewhere.
You know what? I had a collie cross.
Oh, that's gotta be who's coming through too. Wow.
It was Jody.
What was that?
Her name was Jody. When I got this house, I inherited the dog because the grandparents had gone to a nursing home, and I said, "No, don't send the dog. I'll keep the dog." And that was Jody.
Well, I mean, now PM, you're getting two like readings extra. I mean, just the fact that you did that to the dog. I mean, you got to know that Jody is stepping forward to thank you.
Oh, she was sweet. She was the best dog. She was so human.
Yeah, I love it, and just it was no mistake that you were the one that got the house and you came together, and that dog not only appreciates it and thanks you so much now in spirit, but I got to tell you, even here when Jody was living, knew what you did, and Jody just wants you to know that. You may know it, you may not even think about it, but Jody's saying, Stephen, please tell Mom that I knew what she did and that I could have just went to a shelter. And she just wants to give that as a wonderful validation.
Yeah, she was always appreciative.
Yeah, she definitely is. So listen, I'll leave you and Stephen with this, and thank you guys so much for letting me do this.
No, thank you. My gosh, have a great night.
Oh, you too, Pam. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So how wild is this, right? What time is it? So I gotta stop, unfortunately, because I got a really busy day tomorrow with readings, and I wish I could keep going on.
And we met people again.
So make sure everyone watching, listening, StephenTheMedium.com. If you want to set up a reading, everything right now, and it's not going to stay this way. I'm doing it for the virus situation. Everything is 50% off. So
and it can be groups.
Yeah, it can be groups. It can be singles because Zoom lets me do everything, and it's like I've just done today. It's the same exact way, and you get the recording on Zoom, which is wild, right? So I actually, once we're done, I actually send you the recording. So but thank you.
To your website.
Yep, go to my website. Can you hear the peanut gallery there?
Well, if I don't say it, you won't say it.
But that is true, because I'm really bad with advertising. Oh my God! One last thing before I go is that this Thursday I'm doing an automatic writing class. $10. It's not about the money. $10. It's more about when people pay, so they're more apt to show up. When people, even if it's a small amount like $10, because I have to keep track because I can't have too many people in this class. And I am going to do like a basic automatic writing. All you need is to show up on Zoom with a pen and a paper. I'll tell you what automatic writing is. It is the simplest and coolest way to connect with your loved ones. When you start doing automatic writing, it's a psychic connection, and you're as you're writing, your thoughts start moving out, and spirit starts taking over, and you start writing. It's wild. So if you're interested in that, just go to Venmo. That's how you can register and pay the $10, and I'll send you the link. If you don't have Venmo, it's simple. Just get the app. You really should have Venmo because it's really convenient to pay things. Just VENMO, and my name is at Stephen-Macek. So my name's Stephen and last name Macek. So Amy, Zoom is so easy. It's so simple, and it's the best. Wow, you just had an orb go by you. I did? Wow, that's so wild. I didn't see that. That's wild. It's all the I can't even speak. All the loved ones in spirit. So listen. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody for letting me do this. He's still here.
Bye, everyone.
He's monitoring me to make sure I do good. So, all right, listen, everybody, stay safe, stay home, and make sure you tell everybody you love them, because with what's going on, Nicole, it's Thursday coming up at 7 p.m. Just go to it's not on my website, so it's on Facebook, but you can just go to Venmo and just do Stephen-Macek and pay $10, and I'll send you the link. So, okay? It's the second orb tonight on the video. Come on, Sheila, 2 orbs? I didn't even see it. I'm gonna have to go back on this. So, thank you all you guys. This was like the best getting to see everybody. So, alrighty, bye-bye guys. Have a great weekend.